I don't even know how to start this. I don't. I guess an intro will do. Roll the intro. Who are you talking to, man? You're alone. Okay. What is going on, people? How are you? A couple of you, still message me from time to time. And there are people on the streets of Bucharest that still stop me every now and again, shaking my hand. And it warms my heart. I'm not gonna lie. It warms my heart. So, rather than individually responding, which it was never my forte, I thought we should catch up. So go ahead and pull a chair. Let me tell you about the last few years, right? So I was gone a while, huh? Dude, I had to reset, man. I had to reset. Because I was getting depressed. I had no money. I had no, real prospects of the future, at least in my view. Because it was never a matter of trusting in myself. I always had, confidence in myself. But I went all in when it came to YouTube. At least when I used to do it in Romania. When it came to what the fuck I was doing. Listen, I knew from the beginning that if I'm gonna piss off advertisers and just speak my mind, I knew from the beginning I wasn't gonna get much traction. But I think somewhere in my naivety, is that a word? In my stupidity, I thought eventually things will pick up. And they did, but not enough to earn a living. I made some great friends. I was earning a little bit of money, but not enough because all my energy was poured into making things perfect. And finally I cracked, man, one time because I got sick and I had to ask my parents for money, and it just made me fucking feel disgusting. Not because, listen dude, my folks helped me my whole life. This place I live in, my apartment, my home, they gave me that, and not many of you get to experience that. But I didn't get BMWs and all this shit. But I got 4 walls, so I got help. But it comes a certain point where I feel like I owe these people. I owe them some sort of fucking, evolution, right? They should sleep well at night. And I got sick, and I still had to ask them for money. And that was the moment when I was like, fuck this shit. Fuck YouTube and trying to give them all my fucking skills and my fucking craziness about quality. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna put some effort into rebuilding my life. And that's exactly what I did. I started my own little business. I put my skills to good use. And now I gotta say I have some pretty awesome clients. And I'm grateful. Because first of all, now I can pay a fucking medical bill. I even made insurance. How mature is that? And I'm grateful to them because not only do they allow me to pay a medical bill, but I don't have to feel like I put all my energy into something that people don't give a shit, or they give a shit for a second. They fuck off or demand more. Now don't get confused, I'm still living month to month, but it's more rewarding now. I feel like my ego's going back up. It's finally good to stop living on a prayer. And although I said this shit many times, you can't save the world, of course there's a little part of everybody who tries to do this that says, but maybe, right? Fuck that, dude. I think you have about 8 years to save the world. That's what I truly think. You got about 8 years to truly put 100% of your energy into saving the world. You finish college, and then you got till about 28 to 30 to kind of juggle some things, see where you fit, right? And put all your energy into that shit. Because afterwards, then you feel like you're not contributing to yourself, to your fucking health. Your friends move on. This was no mystery to me, but it had to be done. And now I'm good. Same with fucking social media, man. You have to disconnect. I had to, and I still have to. I never liked it that much in the first place. That was the initial novelty of it, right? But now, man, it's just a cesspool of fucking hate. And when it's not hate, is mediocrity. Especially, I mean, it's everywhere. But I live in Romania, so I see my dirty laundry, right? It's disgusting, dude. Here's what I did. I made a test, like an active mental exercise. And every time I pressed fucking Facebook, I made a mental note. What's my mood now? Am I sad? Am I happy? Like, what's the level that I feel? And then when I closed it, I always, made a mental note to see how I felt then. And always it was worse. I never felt good. And generally, fucking everything that's kind of like infinite scrolls. So I was like, fuck it. I turned off all the fucking notifications for the messages, for everything. And I moved everything in folders so it would be harder to access. And it helped. It helps, man, because even with shit like 9gag and Reddit and all this shit, they definitely have their plus sides. But most of it, dude, it's just showing you what you can't do yourself. And it comes a point, especially if you're a creative, that you gotta disconnect yourself. You just gotta, because even if it doesn't depress you, even if it's good shit, while you scroll, you see the cream of everybody, right? Like you see all these little nitpicky cool things, and you just scroll, and with each one, you just tell yourself, I'll never be able to do this. But that's probably the masterpiece of the person that did it, from his entire life or some shit. And you just constantly compare yourself to that shit. And even if you're happy, then when you think about doing it yourself, you're like, oh, fuck, I'll never be that good. At least people like me, because there's also like people who think they're the shit and just that. Like they think they're the fucking beginning and the end of the earth, which I gotta confess, I'm a fucking egomaniac myself, but I have that other half of me that just says, you fucking dope. You fucking idiot. What the fuck do you know? Right? So it keeps me in balance. So yeah, I was like, fuck Facebook. Fuck everybody's opinions with their stupid fucking... That's what happens, dude. That's what happens when you give everybody an opinion. When you give everybody a fucking... What's it called? The thing that you speak and it goes louder. What's it called, idiot? I want to say porta potty, but that's a thing that you shit in, I think. I mean, you could shit in the thing that you speak, What the fuck is it called? Whatever. That's what happens when you give everybody a fucking... Look at my shit, right? It changes the landscape. I'm telling you, motherfuckers, the greatest challenge of this fucking century is for people to learn, for you to fucking learn to ration this shit. Because if you're just gonna bathe yourself, then you're just gonna be anxious and confused and living fad to fad. Like, you don't know, you won't be able to fucking connect anything in your head because you keep flooding yourself with fucking... Same with like friends, friends fucking cut some off. Like, be nice, be a decent person. That's how I see it. But at the end, man, I need to keep some of my energy to fucking do something in this life. Stop being a people pleaser. I gotta tell that to myself too sometimes. Fuck, dude. I gotta stop being so angry. That's another thing I learned. Like, I have to stop being such a fucking angry asshole. And my friends don't know. They're like, oh, dude, you're actually not that angry. That's because I fucking make an effort. Because in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What are you talking about? But I'm like, I try to use wisdom. I'm like, they'll be okay. They'll figure it out. Because I make an effort to shut the fuck up, most of the time. You're not that angry, dude. Yeah, well, there's a hole in my bathroom door. You know how that hole got in my bathroom door, dude? I was playing a game and the fucking joystick of the controller, right? It kind of freeze for a second and it made me die. And I got so angry that I went to the bathroom and I looked into the mirror and I was like, chill the fuck out, man. And I washed my face and I could feel like a little release. And by the time I turned around and faced the door to exit, I got so fucking pissed again that I smashed my fucking head through the door. It's kind of like flimsy. And now it has a little hole where this stupid big ass forehead, good for nothing piece of shit, kissed it. And I can control myself. Now, I would never be violent towards other people, especially the ones close to me, because, I lived through violence and it's never the answer, but it's just gonna kill me, because being angry and suppressing it is just gonna, this vein you fucking see here on this forehead is just gonna pop one day. And I'll be honest with you guys, man, I got better things to die of. So I gotta kind of learn to let it fucking go. And this is what I've been working on in the last couple of years, right? Trying to kind of let it go, kind of learn how my brain works. Rather than putting all this pressure on myself to be all sorts of good, I just kind of learn how my brain works, and I kind of hack that. Like I know, like, gluttony is one of my fucking things, right? So instead of like buying a bunch of chocolate bars and putting them in a drawer thinking, yeah, I can ration myself, I'll just take one per day so I don't have to take many trips to the store. And I can, no, what the fuck are you talking about? Even after half a fucking, stay out of this, air freshener, after half a fucking puff of reefer, then I would just tear through that fucking drawer, including the handles and shit. So I learned that about myself, like that was news. And I just don't buy shit. I wish, man, my girlfriend, she's a sweet girl. She buys little fucking, like, you know how girls are, some of them. Like, you go to their house, they have a little bit of Swiss chocolate and a little biscuit from this to serve you with. And then she comes to my house and she's like, this fucking place, you have anything? Like, nope. We have to go buy. It's like, how come you never have anything? Because I'm a piece of shit, that's why, baby. And even when we do go buy shit, right? We come back with a bunch of shit and we eat some, and then I tell her, like, she gets full. I'm like, baby, are you sure you don't want any more? Like, this is like marriage, dude. Say now or forever hold your peace. Because it's going into my face. So like little tricks, like little hacks like that, you gotta learn yourself. You gotta learn how you work and kind of like work around that. That's what I've been doing. Fucking trying to fight my anxieties. Speaking of death, I quit smoking, motherfuckers. And I was no light smoker. I mean, 1 to 1.5 packs a day. And it's only been 2 weeks. Don't worry, I'm bound to fail. But I don't think it's gonna be a problem till summer. But when fucking summer comes, man, and you go to the beach and there's all sorts of happy drugs involved, fucking that's gonna be a challenge. But fucking stick a nicotine gum into my face and hope for the best. Because I gotta quit, man. Like, my dad was always like a heavy smoker, and he told me, like, the one thing he told me was like, you can do a lot of shit in this life, just don't disappoint me by smoking. And I was like, how the fuck can I? They both smoked, and I remember in 11th grade they used to buy like huge cartons of cigarettes, and they were pretty expensive. I mean, we're talking early post-communist Romania. And I just took fucking all of their cartons that they bought for, like, I don't know, a couple of weeks or a month or so shit, and I just gave them out in the courtyard of my high school. And they were so fucking pissed. Like, as soon as I got home, I told them what I did. Usually they would kill me, but they kind of saw that I was being naive, kind of like trying to help them, so they were just pissed. And in the second they were like, go buy us. Now you're gonna fucking go and buy us, and in an hour we're gonna have cigarettes again. I remember having that fucking long walk, and I was just thinking to myself, like, how can you be so fucking, like, weak? How can that determine your life? Fast forward fucking 15 years later, and I'm fucking tripping. If my computer crashes, I have to have 3 cigarettes or else I lose my shit. So I was like, fuck that, man. I need to control this. I think it's natural. I mean, I always knew, like, this is what I tell my girlfriend. She's younger, and I tell her, like, when I quit smoking, she quit smoking. I was like, you don't have to do this. Like, I don't need this. Like, then if you fail, then you're gonna kind of think that I judge you for failing. All I ask is not smoke in, my apartment when you come over. But except that, like, I wish you could, but I told her, don't put this pressure on yourself because you're much younger. And if you can, perfectly, but, you still have your fun fucking waste my body years. And I still have them too, but I just need to ration my fun. You know what I mean? Like, I have vices, people. You know I have vices. I mean, we've known each other for a while. Some of you grown now. You understand my shit better. I know you see yourselves, the ones who watch me. I know you see yourselves in me. Birds of the feather flock together. So I know you know. But I don't want to put that pressure on her. Like, girl, live your years. She's making an effort, and I appreciate it. But, I, from myself at that age, won't have that expectation. But now it comes a time when you have to, focus your fucking energy. Work and reward. That's how I do it. Work, reward. Fucking waste yourself. Same for weed. Same for fucking. But we're gonna get to that a bit later. Not in this episode, I mean in the future. The downside of it is that my spliffs taste like tea now. Because I can never smoke raw weed. And I know fucking Americans, you motherfuckers, you think this is blasphemy to mix fucking weed with tobacco. But just the way it's done in Europe, it's a bit more cheaper. And the mix of nicotine and weed is just a different effect. People don't get it. People who only smoke spliffs and they never smoke just weed, they like, oh no, I only like spliffs. They have different effects combined versus just smoking the weed alone, right? So now I have to find substitutes, and I found if you ever want to replace fucking nicotine and cigarettes because I'll bounce back. I definitely will bounce back if I don't fucking replace it. And if you ever want to change it, there's this plant called Damiana. I don't even know how you pronounce it. Damiana? Google it, because it has a very similar texture with weed, and it's a bit of an aphrodisiac too. And if you're like me, fucking weed turns you on anyway, so that's the perfect thing to mix it with. You know what I mean? Now for you, those of you who don't smoke weed, I don't mean I smoke a spliff and instantly I want to fuck, but if I am with a girl, I smoke a spliff and I instantly get playful. And if I'm with friends and everybody, I smoke a spliff and I get all fucking jolty and shit. I get all funny. So yeah, use that plan. This is a time where I'm trying to kind of find fucking balance and not give in to all my fucking vices as I do. All of them, people. In case you didn't know, I'm a fucking disaster. And so are y'all. But, we're gonna get to that. Here's to not giving in to our vices. Despite what most of y'all think, I'm not, I know I look the part, but I'm not such a big drinker. I never was. I don't really like beer. I don't know how I have a buddy, one of my best friends, Eddie. He fucking drinks some like a machine gun, fucking glug, 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 glug. I'm like, dude, how does your belly not fucking explode? I like a whiskey every now and then, maybe some spirit, to get me in the right place, but I can't fucking, it gives me a hangover. I'm not such a big drinker as people think, but of course, the sum of your vices is constant. Remember this, people, because my daddy told me this. And it's true, the sum of your vices is constant. So now that I quit fucking cigarettes, I'm eating more, trying to limit my weed intake. I have an extra drink, although I mostly don't drink, surprisingly, right? And I think you shouldn't fighten that much unless it's definitely damaging your life. You just gotta, if you can, you just ration them. And you have to have some, because if you fucking suppress every fucking instinct and vice you have, including sex, including gaming, including fucking masturbating, whatever the fuck you have, if you suppress all of them, then you just end up killing hookers on the highway. You're gonna fucking, we gotta have release. We can't be robots, and we can't be fucking instinctive monsters. We have to find a middle ground. And I think it's you gotta find your cycle where you can, like I said, work and reward. That's how it is. Dude, I have to fucking stop screaming. This is another thing I'm working on. I go on these fucking rants sometimes, and my friends, my girl looks at me like this motherfucker's crazy. Yeah, like a bitch. So I need to lower my voice, people. I need to lower my voice and breathe in and. But it never works. So what else is new? I've been getting into music. Now, I wrote 5 songs, and I'm not gonna lie to you, people. They're pretty fucking dope. I mean it. I can write some lyrics, it seems. I didn't fucking know. I mean, I knew I could write some lyrics. I can write some fucking lyrics, people. But the problem is, I suck at mixing and mastering, and definitely I'm not a musician. So until I master this shit, I'm gonna do covers in the future. Stick around. And hey, if there's a music producer and wants to fuck around with a couple of my songs, like original ones, and just hit me up, man. Hit me up on I don't even know where. I guess Facebook. I don't really check them that much. Tweet me. I think Twitter is way better. Tweet me. Hit me up somehow, and maybe you can make something together. My skill level now is like putting fucking tracks and effects and compressing and no fucking logic. Just doing them until they kind of sound right, and in the end, they sound like shit after I listen to them on another speaker or some shit, because I don't really have any skills in music producing. All this being said, I miss you motherfuckers. I do. Or do I miss you missing me? You know what I mean? Do I like... This is the constant question of doing this. It's like, do you like them, or do you like the fact that they like you? And I think it's a little bit of both. I miss some of you motherfuckers. I don't like others, but I feel like I have to do this again. Now that I kind of getting some stability and getting somewhere, I have to do this because... Dude, what the fuck is going on YouTube and in the world? Like, what the fuck is going on? What the actual fuck is going on in the world? Like, America has fucking House of Turds. It's horrible what the fuck is going on there. Fucking political correctness is going through the wall. Thank God for people like Jordan Peterson, right? Romania, don't even fucking get me started. It's disgusting. You guys like what's going on in Romania? Dude, it's even the kids I thought that have potential. Like, motherfuckers, somebody throws some coke in your face and then you just go off the rails. Like, I'm so fucking disappointed. I can't even tell you. Big or small, fuck Romanian content for the most part. It's disgusting. Advertisers keep getting more power. Censorship is up. I'm looking at the stand-up comedy scene in Romania. It's just like, I have so much respect for some of those guys, and it's so fucking sad that they just have to jump through those fucking hoops. So it fucking hit me, like, why the fuck was I so obsessed about quality and spending all this time and energy and money into making, like, for what I saw, original and like well thought of content, when all you motherfuckers need is just frequency. Like, truly, dude, I could fart into this microphone on a bi-weekly basis for a year and I would still get more fucking subscribers than what I managed to gather in 3 years. I swear to God, man, you just want your fucking brains to get busy. And I'm not talking to all of y'all, obviously. I know there's a few people who make an effort, but dude, what the fuck is going on? I swear to God, man, there's like vloggers whose pets have more subs than I ever could get. So this kind of reminded me of like why I started to do this in the first place. It wasn't about reaching as big of an audience, you stupid fuck. As big of an audience as I could and consume myself into this shit. I did it to vent, first of all. That's why I first of all did it, is because my brain goes crazy and I wanted to vent. And then I got caught up into this fucking popularity contest. Put so much effort into some shit, like I couldn't fucking fuck this dude. Fuck sketches, fuck quality. Now that I find my fucking way professionally, I want to start doing this again, like my way. And the way my way is, fuck you and your fucking 5-minute attention span, you stupid motherfuckers. I'm gonna rant for hours. And I want to talk to some people, man. I truly do. Like, there's some kids that write to me, fucking fills my heart. And I want to talk to those people, like to those kids who have the time and patience to have a conversation. People sometimes stop me and be like, you started this to get pussy. I'm like, you dumb motherfuckers. I didn't start this to get pussy. I started this because I could always get pussy. It was just one of my skills. You know what I mean? Excuse me, I have a little bit of douchiness on my shoulder. But truly, people, like, I was always the class clown, and I was never afraid to speak up to people because, you know, I had a violent upbringing in my family, and it was so fucking like disturbing at home that when I went out the street, I was like, what else can fucking happen to me? I was almost invincible to what the fuck was going on home, and I always apply that to ladies too, you know. I was never afraid to go up to a lady and say, hey, what's up? I like you. And trying to get a smile. Oh, don't worry. I got my fucking ass kicked all my life. I did. I took some fucking punches. They would fucking jump on me. They would fucking hit my face. And then the fucking pavement also I was bleeding from both sides of the head. I never gave a shit. Fuck you, motherfucker. I always tended to defend the you know, the unpopular kid. You know, the kid that everybody fucking like, yeah, you're such a loser, until he fucking shoots up the school. I always tried to defend that kid. Fuck you. When it was hazing time in high school, I had some authority because I was a motherfucker, don't fuck with me. And people knew that. And when they were exaggerating with the hazings and stuff, I would intervene. What I'm trying to say is most of my life, I tried to speak what I thought it was the truth because that's how I fucking think life should be lived. You know? And when it came to women, it's the same thing. What can you say to me when I'm honestly telling you something here? Or maybe dishonestly, maybe I'm joking with you, you know? What can you tell me that be like, for some dudes, man, speaking to women is like the end of the earth. And I'm not saying I didn't have, like, I wasn't this, like, natural born, like, I'm not saying that shit. I felt I still feel them sometimes. The emotions of going to a girl and, like, trying to speak to her. But in the end, I always live with this thought, like, tomorrow I could fucking die. So what, I'm not gonna do this today? Go in there and say hi, right? And I could always make girls laugh because I was the class clown. It's the hardest thing that you can possibly do, according to some men. And it is in a way. I'm not saying it's not hard. Here's the deal, man. With women, they put you to the test. It's because I told you, motherfucker. They act like their shit doesn't stink. And they supposed to, man, because the world is very judgmental. But when you can make a girl laugh, then you kind of disarm her. She admits your little kinky little joke without having to admit it because she laughs. So you undress her through your bullshit. And that puts a standard on it, because if you learn how to be witty, and I say learn because it is a skill, you just have to care enough. Jesus fucking Christ, I used to watch Sex and the City. I used to watch Gilmore Girls when I was in high school. I watched, you know, boy shit too, but I was taking notes in my head. I was, Samantha has a little underwear with fucking pearls that rubs her clit. You know, I was fascinated. I always will. Women will always fascinate me. The point I'm trying to make is, I didn't start this to get pussy. Well, you could argue that I started it to get more pussy. That's one way of it. But no, I did it because I could always get it. That's what gave me the confidence. I was always like, I had my doubts in the beginning because I was supposed to, you know, be in business and be this finance major dude who did finance major thingies, and then I took a 180 degrees turn and I was like, let's try comedy. And of course, it's a process of doubting yourself and proving yourself wrong every time you doubt yourself. That's what it goes through. And the thing that kept me going, especially in the beginning, was, what the fuck are you talking about? You could always get women. So no, motherfuckers, I did this for different reasons. I did this primarily to vent and to, I guess, influence. This is not martyrism. In the end, it's still for my ego. Like, I'm not trying to paint myself, but I did it wholeheartedly. I wanted to see how it is to try to tell the truth, because do you guys just like these people who tell you they love you? Like, even in Romania, dude, all these fucking vloggers, you have no idea how much coke there is. And it's basically, hi guys, I love you for loving me. And nah, 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 nah. Fuck them, I'm the king of the world, motherfucker. That's what it is. And you love that. You fall for it every time. Every time they suck your dick or they put their little fucking tongue on your clit, you go crazy. Hi guys, oh my god. Dude, if they would be just grateful, be like, hi guys, I like you, you know, I'm so grateful for you watching me, and I'm glad that I can contribute, and I like to have a conversation. All right, dude? But no, it's all about, I love you guys, and my Romanian followers, what's up with the English in the industry now, huh? And I know the ones of you who can understand this, I'm preaching to the choir because you were supportive from the beginning. But I wish the stupid fucks who complained that I was speaking half English, half Romanian back when I was doing it for Romania. I wish I could just see their face now. With radio, TV, everything is in English. What's up, motherfuckers? Was I one step ahead of the game? No, I was just trying to be comfortable and give you something. My vein. Whew. I had to get myself another drink because I was flipping out again. What I'm trying to say, man, is I'm back. I'm back, fellas. I'll do weekly shit. It can be 5 minutes. It can be 2 hours. I'm just motherfucking back and determined to just speak out against all the stupidity I see. And you know what I'd like, man? I'd like for you guys to talk to me. But I mean comments. I mean even messages, although I rarely have time to read them now, but sometimes I do. My request is, if you do like my shit, and I know there's some of you, I know there is. I see the way you hug me on the streets. Please write to me in English, because think of it a bit from my perspective. Even if I do this, I want a wider audience. Obviously, besides feeling more comfortable in English, I want to reach a bigger audience. So if you write to me in English, I can make vlogs and Q&As and advice videos, posting those little messages. And some messages are not so nice, and I'll address those too. And some messages just ask for advice, and I want to talk about those too. But as far as you're concerned, man, it's selfish to write them just for yourself and to expect me to just answer to you, because dude, you're not as unique as you think. That's why you can relate to the shit I'm saying. So if you have a problem, somebody else might have a problem. And if you send it to me and expect me to take my time and answer to you, then it'll be nice for me to post that problem publicly, and maybe somebody else can latch onto that shit. But no, you kind of don't. You kind of write to me in Romanian. I don't give a shit if it's wrong. I know most of y'all are from Romania, so I don't give a shit if it's wrong or if it's misspelled. I won't make fun of you because of that. That's stupid. Dude, fucking try to speak English and any other fucking international language. It will help you. Put fucking English subtitles on movies and just force yourself to put English subtitles. Even if you understand, you pick up on accents, you pick up on little things that you never understood. So yeah, write to me in English and we'll definitely have a communication. Besides that, thank you for still following me. Although I hidden my Romanian episodes, I mean, you can still find them on the channel for people who fucking, bother to look and not fucking write a whole message and not just look on the channel. But they're hidden. You have to access them. Honestly, thank you for still tuning in. I don't know why the fuck you do it, but I appreciate it. The past me who put so much work into that shit, it fills my heart sometimes. Honestly, no sarcasm needed. Also Patreon, some of you discovered me after many fucking months or years and kind of helped me out on Patreon. Dude, there's this dude Gabriel Marchidan în pizda mamii voastre în română, in Romanian, that's his name, right? So this dude gives me $50 per month for a long time. I even wrote him back dude, you don't have to do this. I stopped making content months ago. You gotta stop doing it. He still gives me $50. I wonder if he forgot it and he doesn't get notifications. But anyway, his name always appeared in the credits before. He used to support me before, but Now, like, dude, that wasn't necessary. By the way, dude, you know what happened? Like, I was trying to give 10% of whatever you guys send me on Patreon to help me out to charity. Dude, people are so fucking vile. I'm out of time. Like, but I have to tell you the story soon. Like, it's disturbing what, like, I went to this children's home and trying to give them like a bunch of fucking groceries, and the lady there just told me some stories about people coming there. No, I won't go into it now. What the fuck? Stay on track, dude. Can you stay on track? All right. What I was trying to say is, honestly, thank you for watching once again. Catch me up on Patreon. I was thinking of doing monthly Q&As there. Live Q&As. I mean, once per month from a certain threshold, I will do. I don't know how the fuck it's done. I think you have to create a Facebook group and then kind of give them the link to the live thing of whatever the fuck it is. Sure, I want to do that and speak live to you, motherfuckers. Also, regarding sharing my shit, I'm it's the rule to kind of ask you to do it every now and again, but I know you mostly won't. I'm going to talk about fucking excruciating things like I always do, like cheating and fucking sex and cum and things people don't want to fucking hear about. But I always put my spin to it, right? I mean, I make it enjoyable, right? That's another one of my skills. I can talk about taboo things with people and make it all right with them to talk to me. Skills, because my attitude towards it, we're all fucking human and we all do it, man, so we might as well talk about it. That's another problem in society today that I think personally I have a gift of addressing. Dude, I want to start a show on YouPorn that I take every porn category. High production values, everybody. Sirens everywhere. Yeah, I want to do a show on YouPorn when I just take fucking every porn category and explain my opinion of it. And it won't be porn, but I'm gonna do it on YouTube. I mean, I'm gonna start here, but I'm expecting some like YouTube algorithms fucking block you. I'm not making any money anyway because I'm using these dope ass songs by awesome fucking musicians like Atmosphere. I want you guys to discover all this music too. So I never earn money from YouTube per se, but they'll block me from, like they do, from trending and all this shit because it's so fucking politically correct now, the world, that you can't even speak about. How the fuck are you supposed to solve a problem if you can't speak about it because the fucking algorithms just cut you out of it? Like the episode that I did with the fucking gay people and transgenders and all that shit, I got all sorts of blocked on it. How the fuck am I supposed to talk about things that are wrong in society truly without fucking beating around the bush? I think eventually I want to be the first true fucking vlogger, whatever the fuck I am, on YouPorn. I'm just waiting for the first fucking strike on YouTube, I swear. Oh, dude, what the fuck were you talking about? I'll do a Q&A, I think monthly on Patreon, and most definitely you're gonna see a lot more of this stupid fucking mug here on YouTube. And regarding sharing, that's what I wanted to say. Regarding sharing, like, fuck what I said before. If you guys want to chop everything up and put it on your own channels, I think this is the way to distribute it now. I used to have this fucking dream that people will kind of like find one place and everything is organized. Because I don't know if you noticed, but that was one of my pet peeves. Is like organizing shit. Even this fucking channel is organized with like 3 shows plus dick jokes, Romercial, and frustrations, and they all have their color theme. Like this is plus dick jokes, and they fucking have, although the way I spoke, I think this should have been frustrations, but they all have their fucking color theme and all this shit, and everything is on playlists, and I have sketch. I'm obsessed about organizing, and I just wanted to make it more accessible to all the people. But fucking nothing matters anymore, does it? So if you have a favorite fucking thing, chop it up, share it, do whatever the fuck you want. It can only help me. Even fucking criticize. I don't give a shit if you have a point. But what I'm saying is, let's have a conversation. Fuck all these stupid ass small attention spams. And I say that with all due respect because I know some people are busy, and I don't confuse being busy and trying to build something where you have to just go in tunnel vision and achieve your purpose to all these fucking like 5-second span, like, oh, what's this shit? Oh, what's this shit? Like, it's instinctive. It's that fucking red little dot on the notification. It's so fucking, I deal with it. I'm not saying I'm above it. I'm just saying let's have a conversation about how the fuck we get rid of this, because it's making us inhuman. It's definitely not making us smart, because I'm dumb as a fucking rock. God damn it. All right, guys. Thank you to all three of you who made it this far for listening. And I'm back. Cowabunga, motherfuckers.
Hey bartender, bump a top jar. I gotta think about where to dump this cop's car. I'm too slick, so fuck your bullshit. I'm cooling in the corner with my custom pool stick. My granddad must have played the jazz. When I bleed, you can hear my heartbeat snap. All around the world, it's the same bar. Wishing that the jukebox had some gang star. State to state, I chase fate.